Hi my YouTube family, this is Melody from Home Garden and Fashion. Please welcome to Home Garden and Fashion. First of all, I would like to say to everybody happy Thanksgiving everyone, and thank you so much for we reached 5,000 subscriber, and I owe all it to you. You guys are the one who made it happen. Thank you so much everybody. I love you all and I'm so happy. Today I would like to create something I have created. I want to share this, and now this is for everyday life. This is not just for Thanksgiving or Christmas. So this one is for showing gratitude, and I cannot say enough about showing gratitude. It can significantly change your life. Now this is not for any medical advice video. This is just something that I've been doing, and I told few other persons to do it, and they started doing it, and it really changed their life. So this is not a medical advice video. If you have serious medical condition, that's for your doctor to give you advice. This is just something about saying your gratitude and how that could change your life. So this one I made it. I will teach you how to make it. This is just a piece of fabric. Let me show you what it is. Now this fabric says give thanks. Now this one you will hang it over your bed, or you can hang it in the dining room just in front of your face, and you see this one every day. Now I have done for this one. Now if you don't know how to sew, and you don't want to sew, and you don't want to use so much glue, you can use a ribbon. So you can buy a ribbon, a thick ribbon or a thin ribbon, and you can glue these things, this cut piece fabric like this on the ribbon. So it makes it much easier. But for me, I like to sew, so I like to always make things complicated, just because I like to show things. So I'm going to show you like this. Fold, and now put your needle and thread like this, and just give basic running stitch. Just basic running stitch, nothing fancy. So like this, we stitch the entire length. Now since this has 10 letters, we need 2 of this length. So I got 2 cut piece fabric. Now over here I will join them. You can join it in a machine, or you just stitch here, hand join, and then continue the same process of stitching this. Now for the, let me just do a little bit so I can show you one how to do that. Okay, so like this you will continue the entire length. It will be very long. You should just do it when you're watching TV, watching a movie, so you won't get bored. Or just you can forget this whole thing and get a nice thick solid ribbon, or a nice beautiful looking rope. I have seen in the fabric store, they have a very, where you see the trims are there on that section, they have a very pretty ropes. So you can get a nice pretty ropes, and then on that you're going to give like 1 inch like this and stitch or glue, hot glue. Some of the ladies I told, they didn't know how to stitch and they didn't want to go through stitching, so they, but you make sure you leave this much over here, because this is where you're going to tie a knot to hang it in the wall, right? So you keep like this. Now over here the same idea, hot glue or stitch. So you can do 2 ways. You can first stitch all of those and then write or you can write, dry, and then do it. I would advise to write and dry and then you do it with this. So I will show you now. So I show you how to do the long one stitch or just get a rope, and I told you about how this one you have to fold it like this, 1 inch over here, hot glue or stitch, just a plain stitch. Now the third part we're coming is how we're going to do the letters. To do the letter, you just take your cut piece and you can put it in a plate, or you can put it in a tray, or you can put on underneath another fabric. As I told you, they might get stuck. Now remember, about 1 inch on the top you leave because you have to fold that. So here, let's see, you can do with the chalk, mark it, or you can just write. If you feel comfortable doing that without writing with the chalk, then that's fine. So I did the G for give thanks. I did the G. Now this is I'm doing with the gold color, and I picked the sequence silver color. I wanted to put gold, but then I thought that let me just use both the colors, gold and silver, then it will stand out. So now I have this sequence. There are 6 mm large. You can get it in any craft store. Now make sure you're over here, you spread it out a little bit and it's thick, not too thin, because we want to push it down the sequence. So we want to have enough, and make sure you leave enough space on the top, because when you stitch, you don't want to stitch on top of the sequence. Now you take the sequence. See, the sequence has, if any of them fell off by accident, you just leave it on top. You don't move them, because okay, so you see the sequence has a top side and the bottom. I'm using the bottom side. You press it down like this. Now you can use the top or the bottom, but it doesn't matter. And when these are laying down, it won't even be visible to see whether it was top side or the bottom. So like this, you choose to put how close or how much sequence you have. So you see, we did it like this. Now this is how you're gonna do each and every letter and let it dry. Now if you want this to last long time and you don't want the edges to fray, and you have a brass, then you do like this in the side. And you take a brass. If you don't have a brass and you have this tool, a used container, you just spread it like this. So you kind of make the edges hard with this color, and your edges will not fray. Because if you want to stitch all these edges, that's a long process, but you just want to give it a nice look and you don't have to stitch. So like this, you will just do in the edges on fray. So you can do all around. I'm just show you one side, and you can do all the side. Now when this dries, it will really look nice at the edge. I haven't done it on this one in the edge yet. I will do it later. But as you see, the edges looking really pretty and the letters looking really pretty. When it dries, then it will look exactly like this. And I haven't done the edges. I'll do the edges. So you see, this is how it looks. Now, one thing to remember, when you putting this letter stitching, make sure this rope is straight. It doesn't get twisted. Then when you hang it, will be twisted. So I try to make sure that this rope is straight, not twisted. So like this, you hang it in the wall and you can look at it every day, and you can write anything you want. For this one I wrote give thanks, and it really does significant changes in your life. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share, and I'll see you with another video. And this one is a home decor. You can do it for Thanksgiving, Christmas. Since Thanksgiving is already over, you can do it for Christmas, and this can stay up for daily, for a regular basis, because that's what we're trying to do, is give thanks on a regular basis. So thank you. Have a great day. Bye bye.